Hello, everyone, and welcome. To those of you that are still single and you're in a courtship with the person you intend to marry, please, I need you to take this courtship very serious and be prayerful about it. You may not see visions, you may not see dreams about this person, but you could get some signs. God could give you some signs. So be sensitive about this person you're going to marry because sometimes the person we see physically may be okay for us, but in the real sense, that is not the God given person that He has prepared for us. So if you are in a rush and you don't pray seriously about it, and you don't get signs about it, and you go into that marriage, I tell you, you will regret it years after. For example, I was in a courtship with someone, and somehow some persons were like, "Oh, hurry about this! You are taking too much time." But within me, I know that I don't have anything against this guy, but somehow this I have this sign. Whenever we're together and we're kind of taking a walk, and he places his hand upon my shoulder, like because he's very tall. Sometimes he just hang his hand on my shoulder. I feel like a heavy log of wood is placed on my shoulder. The first time, the second time, and the third time, I began to ask myself, if during this courtship I'm experiencing this kind of heavy log on my shoulder, and I'm that kind of person, if whoever is my husband, anyhow he wants us to move, I don't care. But if we continue in this manner, would I be able to bear this all through our marriage time? So that was a big red flag for me. And I said, no, there is something strange about this. Do you know that eventually my parents didn't welcome him? And 2 years later, for some time, we were not communicating again. I got to know that this guy was no more. So sometimes you may not get dreams, you may not get visions, but God will definitely give you some signs. Be sensitive and be prayerful. If you are not seriously praying about it, it means you feel you can handle it on your own, and God will leave you to handle it on your own. But you praying about it and serious about it means you are handing it over to God, and He will not leave you alone. He will definitely give you signs. So be serious about it. And this is the period you need to really study this person to know whether both of you can truly go together. This is the period to really evaluate the kind of person he or she is, to know if you can really work together and grow together as husband and wife. Now, in case you're of a working class, you should also know what his weaknesses, what he can do and what he cannot do. This during this courtship is when you really need to understand each other and explain to each other how you would want your marriage to be. For example, if both of you are working class, you close late, you leave very early. What about cooking? Cooking is not just meant for the woman alone. Men should also know how to cook. What if your wife is one that does a very good job, that is fetching money for the family? But all these things have to be discussed during the courtship. You agree on how both of you should live. Not that you keep silent when you enter into the marriage, you start bringing these issues up. And if your partner doesn't agree, it becomes an issue. No, during courtship is when you agree on who should do what and how should you handle certain things. Okay, if your wife isn't going to be coming back early and you know how to cook, would you be able to take care of the cooking before she arrives? At least there are certain things you can do as a man, vice versa. Okay, this is just an example out of many. What I'm saying is that just agree, come up with so many things you feel both of you should work together on, and how it should all play out so that you won't have issues during your marriage. As we discuss this, I tell you, you'll be glad you did. So take it up and be serious about it. See you again.